Tito here, and in this video I'm going to talk about a topic that may not be popular, and some of you guys may agree with me, some of you guys may really disagree with me, but I'm not one to really just cater to what everybody thinks, so I'm going to talk about this, whether it gets positive reviews or negative reviews. And that is the expectations that we are having for prepaid companies. In a nutshell, if a device had an 18:9 aspect ratio display with 4K display, 8 megapixel front-facing shooter with a 1.8 aperture rating and front LED flash, rear dual cameras, 16 megapixels with a 1.8 aperture rating, good depth and field for bokeh effect with dual LED flash, NFC, wireless charging, glass back, built-in battery, non-removable, IR blaster, running, 8.1 Oreo and water resistant, dust resistant, screen impact resistant, fingerprint biometric reading with facial recognition, 3D mapping unlock, right? If they had a phone like that for $100, of course. And plus, let's throw in a Snapdragon 845 and let's throw in 6 gigabytes of RAM. If it was only $100, tell me right now, would you guys not buy the phone? Would you completely reject it if it was on prepaid? Of course not. You're gonna get it. Reason why is because that's the expectations that a lot of people have. A lot of people will go on videos. They'll see a phone. It's spec 16 gigs. It's made of plastic. It may not have biometric reading. Automatically it's trash. But why is it trash? If you have not used the phone, why is it trash? Because it's plastic? Because it doesn't have a fingerprint reader? Because it doesn't have 32 gigs of internal storage? Or 4 gigabytes of RAM? What makes a phone completely trash? I keep asking myself that when I watch these video reviews and then I see people leave comments and it's like, oh, it's plastic, it's trash. Oh, no fingerprint reader, sucks, it's garbage. Oh, no NFC, it's garbage. Why is it garbage? You know that most people, when they use their smartphones, there's only really one thing they really do on it, and that's social media? I have yet to see people, like we've had tap to pay for the longest time, and I have yet to see people fully rely on tap to pay. And I know someone's going to comment and say, I use tap to pay all the time. Okay, but yeah, that's words. You can say you use tap to pay. There's not really much proof in it unless you're going to record yourself 24 hours a day and showing us you use tap to pay. But I go into a lot of grocery stores. I go into Walmart. I go into Target. I go into Best Buy. I go into Fry's Electronics, right? And these places, they have tap to pay. They accept Apple Pay. They accept Google Pay. And I've yet to see the consistency of people just tap to pay, tap to pay, tap to pay, right? But you'll go back and you'll be like, it doesn't support NFC, it doesn't have tap to pay, it's garbage. So a phone is trash for a feature that's not utilized 100% of the time by society. That to me doesn't make any sense. Like, I really am trying to wrap my head around it, because if you guys don't know me by now, I'm for the little guy. I'm for the underdog players. I fully support prepaid companies and the types of phones that they get. Because me personally, I just think it's a waste of time for anyone to really go and consistently spend $1,000, or as far down as $700 for a phone. Some people got that money to burn. Hey, let them do them. But me personally, I just think it is a waste. Like, people could use their money for better things than just going after flagship phones. Unless they really gotta have a flagship phone, then that's fine. But most flagship phones are sold on postpaid. And prepaids have always been the bait that's on the hook to get people to come to postpaid. You get a Boost Mobile phone, you love Boost Mobile service, you keep ranting and raving about Boost Mobile, you come in contact with a Sprint representative at a kiosk or at a store, and they're gonna migrate you over. That's the point. That's how postpaid carriers use their prepaid MVNOs and why they keep them open. Because I mean, think about it. If prepaids were so good and postpaid carriers were like, yeah, Boost Mobile's so good, then Sprint would have shut down a long time ago and just solely relied on Boost Mobile. But it's not. They make more money when they get you over to postpaid because you pay more for the plan that you're going to get, and you also have to pay your phone on top of that because they're either going to have you lease it or do it under installments. So really, you're going to be paying more on a phone bill than what you would on prepaid. But people knock a lot of prepaid phones right off the gate without ever really touching it. I mean, yeah, you have your, your tech reviewers here on YouTube that will go and use the phone, and they will tell you what their first impressions are and what their review is about it after using it for some time. But a lot of people just off the bat just really love to go and be like, this phone's trash, that phone's trash, it's trash for this reason, it's trash for that reason. And it's really uncalled for because you've never used the phone. You don't know how the phone functions. You haven't put it in your hand, you didn't buy one, you didn't use it for a week, a month, 2 months to really yield that claim. And yeah, I'm kind of ranting about it because it's like, that's what we're here to do. We're here to basically review the phone and tell you what it's going to do. Basing a phone off black and white specs that doesn't work. I don't care what any reviewer says, that doesn't work. You can have a phone that is on paper spec'd good, but have a real crappy user experience with it. And then you can have a phone that you would think you would not ever enjoy because it doesn't have a fingerprint reader or it's not premiumly built or anything like that. But you'd be surprised if you actually had to take one of those phones, use it for service, and keep it in your pocket for a couple of weeks and see what it can do. You'd be amazed. Because that's the thing. People are so quick to judge a book by its cover, but that's something you should never do. A phone is a phone, and yes, it may not have all the bells and whistles, but it does serve a purpose. It serves a purpose for someone who's just not into having the bells and whistles. The average Joe who wants to save $1 in his pocket, but needs a phone to use. Maybe this phone will give him the closest experience to having what people would say a flagship phone is, that he really doesn't need all the bells and whistles on it, so he's going to enjoy the phone, like the Moto E5 Play. Some people are downplaying that phone, but you haven't really used it yet. Other people are downplaying, the LG X Charge. It's got great battery life. Why downplay it? Because it's missing a fingerprint reader? Like, those things are irrelevant to what makes a phone good. What makes a phone good is how well it performs and the experience you as a user will have with it. So I end my video on that.